Crazytown, G. Biden speaks at construction site for the new CHIPS Act. Roll it.
In March, I shared the story in my State of the Union address. The story of the Field of Dreams in the middle of Ohio, where America's future will be built. And now, in September, Gov, we're here breaking ground. And thanks for the passport to get to the state, Gov. Appreciate it.
What?
We're also joined by congressional leaders from around the country who fought so hard for this bill. You know, it's fitting to break ground for America's future here in Ohio. Think about it. There's kind of a tradition here. The Wright brothers, Neil Armstrong, John Glenn. Pat Chase laid out Intel's vision that builds on that legacy. A brand new $20 billion campus. Folks, at home, then you may be wondering, why is this such a big deal for manufacturing? Something so small in size as a fingerprint, as a semiconductor.
What?
And here's the deal. American manufacturing, the backbone of our economy got hollowed out. When factories that make these chips shut down, the global economy comes to a halt. The American company Micron announced it's going to invest $40 billion in the next 10 years to build factories, special chips called memory chips that store information on your smartphones. And China's trying to move way ahead of us in manufacturing now. It's no wonder, which is highly somewhat unusual, the CHIPS and Science Act is not handing out blank checks to companies. I've directed my administration to be laser focused. You know, we have the power. Think of the things and the kinds of investment we deliver. Vaccines for cancer, cures for HIV, inventing the next best thing that hasn't even been imagined yet. And well, not only will companies use these funds to buy, but they cannot use these funds for stock buybacks and issue dividends. They have to manufacture. We're going to tap into the greatest competitive advantage we have, our diverse and talented workforce that's urban, rural, and suburban. Folks, I've asked Pat and many other leading businessmen leaders, when the United States decides to invest in considerable resources in a new industry that we need to build, does that encourage business to invest as well?
What?
And the answer is yes. Overwhelmingly, ask any major business person. Because they say if we think it's worth investing in, and we're putting tax dollars into it, it has an increased possibility of being usable and workable. Jobs in every part of the country. We're not going to leave a part behind. There's no need to not develop the whole country. What? Jobs that show the industrial Midwest is back. Pat was explaining to me what these are going to look like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pat, but I was impressed. You're going to dig down 60 feet, 10 football fields long. You're going to make that all cement. You're going to use that as basis to build on because you need security, you need stability for what you have on top, and you're going to build up stories beyond. I mean, this is incredible.
Called pouring a foundation.
Making a tiny computer chip the size of a fingertip. Now get out of your hair.
Let me sniff it first.
Okay.
Yeah, get out of your hair.